welcome to the Last Shot Show. My name is Matt Brown. This is John Lambert. We're going to talk about sports because we can and we're bored. So here we go. We've got a lot of different topics to talk about today. We're going to look back at the AFC NFC Championships and holla at your boy Tom Brady, who is now playing golf.
With Peyton Manning,
Eli Manning, and all the other people. We're going to talk about all that good kind of stuff, and we have 12 minutes up on the clock. Here we go. Let's first talk about... We're going to first talk about the NFC one, because that's the one that I predicted correctly. Ha! And that
America got
that one. Well, we got Ray. We have Ray. That's the other one.
No, that's
the other one. We've got Colin Kaepernick leading the 49ers into Super Bowl 47, beating the Atlanta Falcons at home. Called it. He wasn't as awesome as I thought he would be.
He only ran once.
He wasn't as awesome, but he did perform. He did just make the Falcons look silly. He did with his arm.
Well, I don't know if he made the Falcons look silly. I think Matt Ryan and the bad I think about that game, and I think that the Falcons had their big lead. The 49ers came back, and I think as soon as the Falcons felt the presence of the 49ers getting back in that game, they kind of choked up and just tensed up and didn't play as freely as they did in the first half.
Yeah, it was a no-brainer for this game. I feel that the Falcons thought they had the game won at halftime. I really feel that they had
playing with such momentum.
They had the momentum going into the half. They had
a 17-0 lead. They were playing free.
And it looked like the 49ers were on their last legs. It looked like the 49ers had their tails between their legs at the end of the first half. But we all know that the 49ers are a second-half team. They came back second half. Touchdown after touchdown, score after score. Hardcore Frank Gore up the middle all day, every day. Hardcore Frank Gore, ladies and gentlemen. And, well, I don't know if there are ladies watching this show.
Okay.
I don't know where I'm... Hi, Becky.
Where are you going with this?
Late girls like... I'm going to stop talking.
Where were you going?
I have no idea. Moving right along. Anyway, hi, Becky. How you doing?
She's not watching.
She's not. Hardcore Frank Gore up the middle, scoring all... I think he had one or two.
Yeah. Michael James had one too.
Yeah.
Well, we weren't really watching this game with much intensity because that game could have gone to 3 overtimes, and it was the most boring, exciting game ever. I just didn't care.
It's the most exciting game that nobody watched.
Everyone watched it, but that's the game where you're like, I'm gonna eat all my food. I'm gonna get breakfast out of the way. I'm gonna mow the lawn, and then it was time for the real game.
I'm gonna eat breakfast. I'm gonna mow the lawn at like 1 o'clock in the
What's wrong with eating breakfast at 1 in the afternoon?
Okay.
Oh, actually, the game started at 3.
3.
What's wrong with eating breakfast at 3 in the afternoon?
Brunch.
Nothing.
From brunch.
Whatever.
Never mind.
We both have said some stupid
things. Okay, it's not as stupid as last week's, like, hurt children or whatever.
That was terrible. Hurting children.
Wasn't that
2 weeks ago or last week?
Last week or 2 weeks ago.
It was terrible. Back to the game.
Back to the game, America. It was an exciting game for me to watch, to finally see the 49ers get into the Super Bowl. Because I really feel that they...
Finally, they've been...
Well, I mean,
billion of them.
They've been in a billion of them, but to get back into the Super Bowl, because I think they should have been in the Super Bowl last year. I honestly think that the 49ers should have been in the Super Bowl last year.
Send your thank you card to the Giants punt returner.
Oh, pretty much, yeah.
But I just have to add one thing about Colin Kaepernick before we potentially change topics. Colin Kaepernick, I don't think he's necessarily the one driving this. I think Alex Smith, I know this is going to sound ridiculous, no one's going to agree with this, but I think Alex Smith could have done the exact same thing.
I don't think so.
This far.
No.
I think the reason why the 49ers are in the Super Bowl is not Colin Kaepernick, it's not Alex Smith, it's not hardcore Frank Gore, it's not Michael James, Randy Moss, Michael Crabtree, Patrick Willis. It's not any of those people. No. It is Jim Harbaugh's coaching.
It is.
That man is a heck of a football coach.
Oh yeah, he is.
He took what Mike Singletary had, what was 6-10 or something like that, and just turned this team into we're going to contend for the Super Bowl every year.
Yeah, and I agree with you that Harbaugh definitely changed the face of the 49ers. However, I don't think that Alex Smith could have done what
Kaepernick... He was a fumble away last year.
Exactly. And he let
Not his fault that the Giants fumbled.
No. True.
And he did outduel Drew Brees in the divisional game.
But,
So-
however, I don't think that...
I think it's a draw between Alex Smith and Colin Kaepernick. America just wants to crown Colin Kaepernick as the instant sensation, the next big thing. I think we jump onto that too much nowadays. Like when Aaron Rodgers won the Super Bowl, let's call him the greatest thing that's ever held a football.
I'm not saying that Colin Kaepernick is the best thing since
No, I'm not saying.
I'm not saying that either, but I'm saying that Alex Smith...
But people in general want to do that right now.
I mean, I think
He
Alex
was
Smith...
great against the Packers, but...
Alex Smith is a good quarterback.
Yeah.
Colin Kaepernick is a good quarterback.
There's more potential
There's more
than
potential with
Kaepernick. But
Kaepernick.
right now,
and if you
it's
send
even-
Alex Smith, send Alex Smith to like the Jaguars or send him to like another team, he will flourish and he will be just as good
he wouldn't flourish.
as he would be with the 49ers.
You send Alex Smith to another team or Colin Kaepernick to another team.
Send him to the Jets. Alex Smith to the Jets. Send anybody to the Jets.
My point is...
Anyone.
My overall point, except Michael Vick.
Except Michael Vick.
My overall point is that I think right now Alex Smith and Colin Kaepernick are a draw, but the reason why the 49ers got this far is Jim Harbaugh. You put them on other teams, it's not going to work. It's Jim Harbaugh that ran this into the Super Bowl.
Okay. So, alright, let's talk about the Falcons real quick and how... the first half, awesome. Second half,
They
collapsed.
They're
a one-and-done team.
freewheeling, touchdown scoring team. In the second half, automatically just went...
I think it. Some people have said that the Falcons are a one-and-done team in the playoffs. And I totally agree with them now. They beat the Seahawks.
That's an accomplishment.
That is an accomplishment because
the Falcons prove that they're worthy to potentially be in the Super Bowl. They got, like I said last week, they got.
But they've always been like that.
No,
They've been
they won
the
a game
Falcons,
this year, and they've contended with the 49ers.
always
they contended with the 49ers.
The Falcons
to get into the
always
Super Bowl.
contend to be in the Super
No,
Bowl. They always
because they got
be in the
killed by
playoffs.
the Packers. They got killed by the Giants. This year, they were actually doing something and making a difference. They were contending with the 49ers that whole game. The score was close, but like I said last week, the monkey was on the back. They got the monkey off the back, but the gorilla called the San Francisco 49ers, punched them in the face.
Okay. All right, but here's my thing on that. I believe that they could have been a better team. All right, let's move on.
Of course.
Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on because I feel like we have like half time left.
We don't know though. We don't look at the clock.
But AFC game between the New England Patriots versus the Baltimore Ravens, and John is going to facepalm in shame because the Patriots lost. Tom Brady and I'll look. Tom Brady and the Patriots did not look like the Patriots at all. They looked scared. They looked fearful. They did not have that same drive that they had in previous playoffs. They looked like they were tired. They looked exhausted.
They didn't look exhausted.
And I feel they played like they were. They played like they just ate something.
No, they played like they were already defeated. The
Right.
Ravens had that one drive where they just imposed their will down the field, and it looked like the Patriots just gave up.
It's like it's like an inflatable balloon, and like they beefed themselves up.
What are you saying?
No. What I'm saying.
What are you saying?
All right. Okay, guys. I'm tired too. I'm sorry.
They're tired too.
Tired
Who
as
else is
well.
tired?
I am tired. Let's just move on.
Just keep going on what you were saying, please,
All right.
sir.
So I feel like the Patriots this season talked so much of a big game.
They never talk a big game.
Or they put on the
media talk a big game. I talk a big game.
You talk a big game about the
Bill
Patriots.
Belichick and Tom Brady never
say
talk
nothing.
a big game.
And I
This is my
kind of,
Bill Belichick impression. We just lost.
all right.
That's it.
And they did not just lose. I think the Ravens handed it to them, and I was wrong again. America, if you've sided with me and the Ravens losing every game this week,
no one watches this.
No one watches this. But I'm sorry, America, because I've called the Ravens to lose every single time so far, and they just keep winning.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I just want to, before we talk about the actual Ravens, I want to just talk about the Patriots and kind of just jump on to what you wanted to say is, I don't know who that man was in that number 12 Patriots team. I have been a fan of Tom Brady since he was like a junior at Michigan, and I've never seen defeat in that man's eyes as much as I did that game. Like, I wanted to see that 31-3 49ers Patriots Tom Brady where he's rallying the troops on side. This game isn't over and we're gonna win. Like he didn't win that game, but he came back, and that was they had a moral victory in that game. I know it doesn't mean much to Belichick and Brady, but coming down from 28 points down, that's pretty cool. Where was that guy in that game?
There was no fire.
Tom Brady was just
No.
I said it going into the last 3 drives for the Patriots. I was watching. I'm like, Tom Brady's gonna throw an interception in the next drive. He just doesn't. He's not imposing as well. It doesn't even look like he was trying. He was just sitting. He was pulling a Rivers on the sideline, pouting.
He was.
Where was the man inspiring his team to greatness? Everyone wanted to hug Peyton Manning last week after he lost to the Ravens. I didn't. But generally, sports people didn't want to insult Peyton Manning because you can't insult Peyton Manning. Everyone's getting on Tom Brady.
I would have insulted Peyton Manning. He should have won that game.
Yes, he should have.
He should have won that game.
Everyone's jumping on Tom Brady and the Patriots' legacy and all that because Tom Brady's easy to hate, Peyton Manning's easy to love. I get that, but I don't agree with it because I hate Peyton Manning and love Tom Brady. But I want to call out Tom Brady. I would just want to say, I did my leftovers 2 weeks ago, and I talked about how Andrew Luck was down by 2 possessions to the Ravens. That man was still slinging the ball like it was the first quarter, and he didn't get his team back. And where the heck was... Tom Brady, you could learn from Andrew Luck, as awful as
Whoa! All right.
Where was that? Where was the Andrew Luck from the Ravens game?
Yeah, I mean...
Philip Rivers showed up in the Patriots game.
Yeah.
Played quarterback. I don't know who that guy was playing quarterback for the Patriots.
I feel that game was a statement game to the Patriots, as in they need to play with with the level of intensity that puts fear in the opposition every single game. I don't think they do that.
The Patriots right now are Mike Tyson. They got punched in the face, and over and over again, teams have proven that they can be beat. They had that aura of invincibility in the early 2000s. But I still feel like that team is getting better and better because they did rebuild.
They did rebuild. The Patriots
They're slowly getting better.
I don't.
And they were a Wes Welker catch from winning the Super Bowl last year. So they're not. They don't have the aura they used to, but they can still win the Super Bowl if they want to. But they didn't want to beat the Ravens. I didn't understand that.
We're just gonna give these guys the win.
That's what they did. That's what they did. They were demoralized. I've never seen that before. But what's your take on the Patriots' legacy as of right now?
Salvageable.
Go on.
As in, like, they can go back to a thing of greatness, but... Oh, it's not as loud today.
No.
Sorry. It's salvageable. They can be great again as long as they get their act together. And this needs to be a statement game to the front office, to Bill Belichick, and saying, we know we're good. Now we just have to play like it.
In the playoffs,
every single game.
Because they're a great regular season machine.
Oh.
But the playoffs league, I don't know.
All right, you guys, so what do you think about the past? We didn't pick the Super Bowl win. We're going to do that next week, actually. Because coming up after this video, we're going to do something new called Speed Round, in where we're going to have 5 different topics. We're going to go one after the other, and try to get them all done within 8 minutes or something like that.
Whatever the time
we're going to be. But we've got some other great things happening after this. What do you think about this past weekend in football? Leave a comment on the comment section below. Like, favorite us, do the thing you do. Subscribe. We have 3 subscribers.
Who the third one is?
Who are you, number 3? And he's the other.
Who are you?
Who's the third one?
We love you.
We love
you. Are number 3.
All right, so we'll see you at the end of this video, and catch us back, because after this we're doing Speed Round. After Speed Round, we will go into Leftovers. See you in a bit.